Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. For all you Elite Dangerous Horizons commanders, this Tuesday marks a hotfix for both PC and console. Frontier Developments last week announced that there was going to be an interim hotfix coming up. We're going to call it 9.03. That's going to be applied today at 11 o'clock. UTC time, and deals with Elite Dangerous Horizons on PC and consoles, PlayStation and Xbox as well. And this small hotfix will address a small number of outstanding issues. Now, the community management team at Frontier Developments have mentioned that this Elite Dangerous Horizons hotfix will not require extended server downtime, just a simple case of all commanders doing a relog of the client, which will then apply the hotfix. The hotfix, as I mentioned, is available at 11 o'clock AM TC time. So the updates of note on what's included in this hotfix I covered quite extensively in my last video on this topic. Nothing else seems to be added in. The ability to edit fire groups. Okay, what they've done is you can reassign your fire groups once the hotfix has been applied, and this is then going to stick. They do apologise for the inconvenience on this. It did make the game pretty unplayable for console commanders and Horizons commanders, those who have not made the jump into Odyssey yet over the Christmas period. So I do think it's good that they've addressed this and addressed this quite quickly after the seasonal break. The multi-limpet controller module mass is too high. Reports of commanders have said that, the mass of the limpet control need to be addressed and dropped quite significantly. They fixed it for Odyssey commanders, but the fix was outstanding for Elite Dangerous Horizons players, and now they've done that across the board. So it's unified across Elite Dangerous Odyssey and Elite Dangerous Horizons. So the mass has dropped on that multi-limpet controller. Clear indication via user interface when reward modules will not allow experimental effects. It will now be clearer for commanders to identify their newly acquired community goal. Reward modules can be further modified via the modifications UI panel. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Moving on. The Class C operations multi-limpet controller was incorrectly showing as a Class F. This has now been addressed for Horizons commanders. I had a problem as well, I think when the limpet controller first came out, that I put in the one, I think, for mining, tried changing that one, then in outfitting to operations, it was still showing as mining. I have to go in there and check and see if that's working now as well. So if we're looking as well down to the known issues, and we covered the known issues as well quite extensively in the last video, this is what's going to be for update 10. They mentioned the credit balance not updating, right, okay, but they said, some issues that are going to be bumped. Now, the definition of bumped means whereas activity should have been taking place on a particular issue, so it hasn't, so it's been bumped. And the bumped issues at the moment, from the list of issues that have been put out there by Frontier, is issues with the XG9 Lance, targeting and ammo, that's been bumped. Tracking down further clarity on issues continuing to be reported around the thermal conduit, that's been bumped. And here's one, tracking down further clarity on anti-aliasing issues. So they're bumping that as well. Something else that they've put in there as well, whereas Thargoids fail to use any special attacks in Horizons after the second heart is destroyed. So if you want to get some Thargoid game on, get yourself into Horizons and go and shoot the starfish, if you know what I mean. And there's an issue as well, and I'll put that issue link into the comments. They go on through the rest of the issues that I outlined in my last video. In regards to that, they haven't put anything additional in. They do also mention that there are more issues coming in, and it's not sort of like a concise list, and as update 10 comes closer, there'll be a more concise update on what's going to be included. So I hope this video was helpful, and a little bit of notice for the Horizons commanders on PC and console, PlayStation and on the Xbox, and hopefully it makes the game a little bit more playable for you prior to any other major updates that may come. Hopefully towards the end of the month. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching on the Elite Dangerous Horizons Hotfix in January 3308, or in real world time, January 2022. Look back for more videos on the series, and I'll see you soon.